Agapito Rodriguez!
Hey, how's it going, guys? A little bit about me. I'm Mexican and pansexual, so I didn't come out the closet. I came out the oven. I've never sat in a cuck chair before, but I do like to go to the movies alone. I feel like those two things are very similar, you know? When you're sitting in a cuck chair, you're there in a dark room watching a couple have a great time. When you go to the movies alone, you're there in a dark room watching these couples come in, have a great time. I'm there, popcorn in one hand, buttery dick in the other. Last time I played that game, I got kicked out of one battle after another. I was walking out like Sean Penn. Can you blame him? Growing up, I had a real self-deprecating mom. I knew this because she would always call me things like a son of a bitch. She was just tired. She was just a tired lady, guys, you know? I was the fifth one born out of 7 kids. Mom had her quirks, you know? I remember one summer I was in the house playing video games a lot, just in the house, just doing my thing, trying to get 100% on Kingdom Hearts. And she comes up to me, smacks me upside the head, and she goes, "Why don't you go outside and, I don't know, join a gang?" And that was the day I became a GD. Can you believe they beat my ass before giving me the job? Like, I turned to my fellow gang members and I was like, "Guys, folks, we should unionize." No, like I said, my mom had her quirks, you know? I remember one time I came home with a good report card and my mom looked at it. She looked at the report card, looked at me, and she goes, "This is why you don't have a girlfriend." But like I said, guys, you know, I remember one time my mom and I were walking in downtown Chicago, and while we're walking, I heard her call someone a motherfucker. I was like, "Hold up, wait, that's what you call me. How come that guy's a motherfucker?" And she quickly explained to me that anyone could be one. I go, "Oh, really? So you can be a motherfucker, Mom?" I turned around to all these white people in the middle of downtown Chicago with their jaws to the ground. My mom did what any parent in the late 90s would do. She dealt with my ass right then, right there, outside the Old Navy on State Street, while that guy was preaching. The preacher stopped preaching to watch her whip my ass. People started to gather around like she was a bucket boy. The bucket was my ass. You know? The preacher's just there. Like, he was just really impressed with her form. And as soon as she was done whooping my ass, we get up and we walked away. He got back on his microphone, turned over to my mother, and he told her, "Better you than God." And that was the day I became an atheist. But now I'm a parent, and I gotta tell you guys, I try to be a very different parent than like my mother was. Like, I lucked out. I got a 12-year-old at home. He's a great kid. Like, my son, when I was his age, I was so different than him. Like, my son has report card pickup, but when I was his age, I had ass whooping day. You know, just every couple weeks, that guaranteed ass whooping. My son and I, we do this thing to bond. It's like we like to watch TV shows as a whole or anime. He really likes anime. I remember the day I found out he was an anime kid. It was like an awakening. I told him that I was making his lunch that day with French bread. And I found out he was an anime kid because he started narrating everything. And when I told him I was making a sandwich with French bread, he ran off like this. And I heard him from down the hallway go, "Yes, Father's making my sandwich today with French bread, so I can defeat Von Stroheim." And I was just like, Jesus Christ. Don't do that when we go outside. I'd rather people think I hit you. We like to watch anime as a whole, and we finish shows and we talk about it, dissect it, analyze it. Just recently we watched a show called Neon Genesis Evangelion. And if you don't know what that is, it's just a show about these teenage kids and robots, and they're really depressed. Perfect for our 12-year-old. And the last 2 episodes of the show were very ominous and ambiguous. I had no idea what to make of it. But I turned to my son and I asked him, "What'd you think of that?" He was just like, "Dad, I have no idea what's going on, but that's great." touched me. And that told me one of two things. Either my son, being the age he is, to be tapped into some form of intellectualism, to really like not understand something but still find the value in it. I love that. It's either that or this motherfucker's been stealing my weed. One of the two. You know? A little bit about me. I'm half Mexican and half Puerto Rican. Yeah, thank you. So I half want to kill myself. The other half just wants to dance. Both halves think they can say the N-word. They can't. I wouldn't even waste your time trying to tell a Mexican guy he can't say it. He'll just spend time trying to justify it. He'll be like, you don't get it. I am at one. I was like, no, bro, you're just one. I'll leave you guys off on this. Like my mom, I have my quirks as a parent too, I'm not gonna lie. Like ever since my son was little, I used to like to check up on him to see what his favorite curse word is. Not because I was curious, it's just because he had a list and everything just kind of sounded funny. Yeah. When he was little, I asked him, hey son, what's your favorite curse word? He goes, asshole. And just recently I asked him, hey son, what's your favorite curse word? He goes, I think I like cunt. I go, whoa, no. We don't say that one. Also, I've seen your search history. I know you like it. My son is a preteen Mexican boy. He doesn't say that, guys. He's a preteen Mexican boy. His favorite curse word's the N-word. You know? And when he told me that, I smacked him upside the head, and he went, oh, what'd you do that for? I told him, better me than God. Anyways, I've been Agapito Rodriguez. Have a good night, guys.